You don't know what I did to the kitchenette yet, do you?
What the? Genius.
Another reason to sue.
You Lumen.
Hey, bye-bye, Mark W. You had to bring back the gang. I'm sorry. All the numbers are scary. They're all scary numbers. Oh. Oh, shit. All right, y'all, what's good? Welcome back for season 2, episode 1 of Severance. And this is pretty much the first hot drop of 2025. And I am excited. I started out the year kind of sick. I'm just now getting my voice back. I could not have recovered at a better time because season 2 is here. I know a lot of you have been itching and just ready for this season to be released. Make sure you let me know down in the comments how long you've been waiting on this season and how excited you are that it is finally here. And yeah, let's have some fun. I'm excited. The name of this episode is called Hello Miss Cobell, which is like, I wasn't sure how big a part of this season she was going to be compared to the other characters, seeing as how she got fired from the company. But seems like we're starting out with Miss C, and I'm here for it. So yeah, if you rock with your boy before, make sure you slap a like on the video. Make sure you're sub to the channel. Check out the link in the description if you would like full-length reactions to all the shows and movies I do for the channel. Let's go ahead, have some fun, and see how season 2 chooses to blow our mind. Let's go ahead and dive on in.
Listen, we're not happy. We're miserable. Prisoners!
Welcome back. He was running through there like he was lost at first, though. Did you forget where you were going? See, look, like it's been a while, right? Maybe it took him a while to actually return. The wellness room. He ran straight to find his wife. My man's looking rough. He's looking stressed.
I suppose you're Mark S.
New squad.
I'm Mark W. Would you be open to using a different first name to avoid confusion?
Oh, hell no.
Welcome back, Mark S.
I'm the Mark. You got me messed up.
Been a minute.
So it has been a while. Okay. And from the trailer, it seemed like he had to convince Audi Mark to come back. So this is any Mark's first time seeing Milchick, but not Audi.
5 months ago was one of the most painful moments in the history of this company.
5 months?
I too was wounded by it. It must be cut to heal. Must be.
He's so freaking dramatic, man. He's talking about emotional wounds.
She'll be happy to mind your balloons while we chat.
How did she become manager? She looks the appropriate age to love balloons.
The 4 of you have achieved international fame of severance reform.
Severance?
Have a seat, Mark. We also know Miss Cobell was at your sister's home. We believe she developed an erotic fixation on you. And
she's a more culty type of freak, you know?
What?
Your Audi insisted on returning. In fact, he begged us to let him back right away.
Okay.
The keyboards were puce.
They were purple.
No, they were puce. I know because it makes me nauseous, and I hate sweets. Speaking of which,
I'm guessing Mark W. Mark W seems like the new Irv. He kind of likes to yak about old people things.
how much do we see of that Mr. Milkshake?
Milch.
What?
It's...
He called him Mr. Milkshake, bro.
Did you really see the Audi world?
Yeah,
How's the sky?
I don't know.
Any buttes?
No.
Oh my God, how's wind? Is it just like getting breathed on, kind of?
Hello, refiners.
She said, how is the wind? Is it like getting breathed on? I guess that's the only thing you'd be able to compare it to in here.
It's my first day here as deputy manager. For this, I was a crossing guard.
All right, I feel like we gotta watch out for her, because how did she get this position? She's probably way smarter than what we would think, just based on her age.
Something about me.
That clock in the mirror, it's tripping me out.
I am lucky enough to have made 4 new friends today.
I have to remind you that I'm a supervisor, not a friend.
What I say? This little girl's gonna be a problem. Stop. Just kind of how Mark was kind of a problem in season 1 when Helly was trying to get out and he was trying to stop her.
3 new friends.
But at the same time, Mark was really just trying to save his own, like, he had just gotten a promotion and he didn't want to mess that up. But something about her seems a little bit more sinister. Like, maybe she knows more. I don't know. She's part of management. I don't know. She might know a lot, honestly.
Perpetuity wing like? Do the Eakins move?
No.
Huh.
So yours just stand there? That's weird.
They were brooms,
Rooms?
each with a face made of a plate.
A plate?
We were very poor.
Did you guys have the CPR dummies?
Yeah.
This is just starting to feel like a multiverse or something. There's like different versions of the same Lumen, kind of. But I know they're probably not going that route.
You know, my old team was a bunch of dirtbags. We never hit quota. Not once.
Dear Audi, I don't know if this will reach you.
He said, I'm gonna read it to the class. How about that?
The branch is run by a shambolic rube who goes by Milkshake.
Oh my God.
Bomb to me so that I may explode both Milkshake and the very spirit of Kier Egan.
Wait, you think I wrote this note?
Un altro capo bugiardo.
He wrote a note as Mark W's any.
You didn't even disguise your own handwriting. At this time, I revoke your status as department chief to your intended victim, Mark W.
I accept.
Oh, he seems like he's gonna make your life hard, man.
Hello, is anyone there? Is the board on? It's Mark S. from Macrodata.
I saw a fan theory that said, are the goats the board? Which would make sense why they never say anything.
Please, they're my friends. You can't just make them disappear. Please.
Mr. Milchick, I only went to the board because
The
I
board does not converse with
You about to live in the break room for the next couple days.
It is clear your Audi's fame has gone to your Innie's head.
My Innie just wants his co-workers back so we can serve Kier together.
Yeah, talk his language. We just trying to serve Kier the best to the best of our abilities, man.
Wait!
I'm curious as to, I mean, Severance was a pretty big story in season 1 as far as like the public, you know, there's people protesting and the senators were dealing with Severance as well. I just want to know how big of a deal.
Mark,
There he is.
It worked.
Where are the others?
I don't know.
Like how big of a deal this whole movement ended up being on the outside.
Just tackled me and cut up my best belt as our boss now?
Wait, he tackled you?
Cut up my
bad.
best
Which-
belt.
I mean, fair, I tackled the man first, but I didn't with his belt. Kier pardons his betrayers?
Ooh, Bert! Oh, he was still yelling for Bert!
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah!
Hallie! Oh my God, are you okay?
Thank God.
All right. The gang's all here.
Hey, Irv.
I'm sorry, Mark. I just need a moment, please.
Okay, take your time. Because they don't know what happened. I mean, what if they're listening, Dylan?
Wait, what happened to the security camera?
I'm Miss Wong. Mr. Milchick's waiting for you in the break room.
I already like the performance of this little girl, man. I think she's doing a good job of being very emotionless and robotic. Of course, they get in there and get instantly sent to the break room. Ooh, looks like you guys actually upgraded in here. What is this? You made a little theater situation?
I hope it will give you a sense of Lumen's feelings.
Why is this man always flying around?
Oh, hi. You probably don't recognize me from this angle, so you can just call me Lumen.
Yo, this is amazing.
A lot of changes since my siring here, when 4 NDR workers, dissatisfied with their severed lives, conspired to mount what Lumen historians will forever call the
wow.
Macrodat Uprising.
Look.
Federal nose unfolded a human drama of danger and intrigue.
So all the new innies are not gonna, they're gonna be taught not to trust you?
Burn this place to the ground.
Hey.
What the shit?
It happened. It happened. It was weird to me too.
These include tasty new snacks like fruit leather. Incentives were also reformed and now range from hall passes to pineapple bobbing.
Hall passes and pineapple. You're gonna break your teeth.
Yet it took the quiet courage of 4 MDR heroes to show me who I really am.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Okay, I don't like this. First off, they started out showing Helly and marking them in a more sinister light, like they weren't, like the innies weren't supposed to trust them. And then they kind of like flipped it and said, well, they did all this so that we can bring better incentives, like bobbing for pineapples. Come on, this is trash.
I thank Kier for the Macrodat Uprising.
And they were still thanking Kier for it instead of thanking the people who actually did it. Sorry, I don't want to, you know, keep pausing too much. But in the background right there is a hang in there poster. That is nuts. Yo, a callback to season 1. That is crazy.
Each of you will choose whether you want to remain here. Not your outies, but you. Has no cameras or microphones.
Was at a party at my sister's house for Rick and Hale. We both know Cobell.
That's insane.
Casey is your wife?
It's my outie's wife.
But she's dead.
No, I know, but it was her. What about you? What did you see?
All right, here's where it gets really, yeah, hold on, what's she about to say?
Inside of a really fucking boring apartment, watching some nature show on TV, wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Oh, God, this is crazy.
Band or pocket?
It was like a Save the Gorilla shirt.
Stop, well, why so much detail, bro? You were at a whole gala.
And then what?
And not just any gala.
I went outside and found a guy. He looked like a gardener. He said that his brother was a cop and that he would tell him everything.
All right, sorry, I gotta pause here. This is nuts. She had an opportunity to say who she is, but why did she not? Would that just be, I mean, I'm guessing that it's the fact that she probably feels that the group wouldn't trust her if she told the truth, but no, that's like, it's almost too big of a secret to keep because you have more influence. At least the person, at least your outside self has more influence over this situation than anyone, Milchick, anybody in the show. I don't know. Look, I was having my trust issues before the season finale of season 1 with Helly and her loyalties and where they lie and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just keeping my eyes open this season. That's all.
A gardener. A night gardener.
That's Cap. Yeah, exactly.
So, maybe he has a different job during the day. Or what did you see?
He saw Boo Thing.
It's not our world up there.
Back to the bathroom he goes. Or maybe he'll go to like a sentimental place. Will he go back to the tree room or Bert's department? What was it again? Design and optics? Optics and design?
I just want to walk for a bit.
I'll talk to him.
No, we should all
No,
go.
he's fine.
Did you guys look happy in the wedding photo?
Miss Casey and I never felt that way.
Okay.
I gotta get her out of here.
Of course. I mean, assuming she's still here.
But she's acting weird again. It's like, it seemed like she was saying that as like half a joke, but her face was dead serious.
What it is? It's mushy. We're not.
Oh, my bad. I forgot that they had their own little thing. That's okay. That's why she's acting like that, because they had that kiss and stuff. I'd be forgetting, like, I don't know. Their whole romantic situation was always weird to me in season 1, so I totally forgot. I don't know. I just think it's the fact that it's the way Helly found out about her outside self that's kind of like messing with her, and I think it's kind of getting her wires crossed. This season is about to get deep.
I failed at the objective.
What?
I went to go find Bert. I'm not trying to be happy. I'm going to leave, Dylan.
It is not leaving, so stop fucking calling it.
I know you
Just
want...
fucking try.
Oh, I thought he was trying to stay in so he didn't have to think about... I mean, it's already in his memory now. I just didn't think he wanted to be out there if he couldn't have Bert.
I was standing in front of some kind of easel.
Fuck, there's easels up there.
My wife was working on the painting.
What?
There was an elevator at the end with a downward arrow.
You're not. No. Stop.
Yeah, Irv, chill out, man.
Listen to me. Look, I'm sorry that Audi Bert has a hot husband or whatever, but he is not the point.
She's gone. And I'm gone.
Stop saying that. Because I don't want that.
Oh, so yeah, I was thinking about this all wrong. I forgot that they kind of alluded to if they leave and never come back, that's basically the death of them. So this is like literally, this is pretty much Dylan trying to save his friend from ending himself entirely. So yeah, I understand why he's fighting for it so bad, man. And I hope Irv reconsiders for the sake of, you know, helping Mark and helping, you know, create a better situation and taking Lumen down or whatever they need to do this season.
I would be sad. And I would be less productive. You're part of what makes me good at it, so please do not.
It's kind of like a Mark and Petey relationship. Like, that's his Petey. This is deep. Look at Dylan.
Buy me a favorite perk.
Don't bring them into this.
Look at him, bro. Dylan G. Don't go out that door, Irv. Oh my God. Yes. I said this at the end of season 1, and the growth from Dylan episode 1 to Dylan now, I love it, man. He got such a fire behind him now. It gets me hype, to say the least. And he just left him. He's like, do what you will. I said what I said, man. Make your own decision.
Said it would be corrected by now. But could you please see that it's taken care of? Yes, thank you.
Throw up that aggressive finger.
You wanted to see me?
I did.
So let me see that belt. Cut them off.
Thank you, Miss Wong. Your wife's name is Gretchen.
What?
Oh man, the music is about to be so freaking good. The score has been amazing.
Take a look. Audi Family Visitation Suite.
Oh wow.
Are you saying I could see my family here?
If you take the name of the room at face value, I'd say yes.
Should we take it at face value? How about you let us in on that?
Sadly, everyone else in your department is single. As such, I'm asking that you keep this between us. I'd hate for your friends to turn against you after all you've done for them.
And she's on the computer doing some weird stuff too, kind of like the numbers. What is going on with these characters? Blue and green. So they're on the same color scheme. Inside the office is always blue and green. Anything that seems to like agitate the flow of things seems to be considered red. Look at that.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Okay, so maybe we won't see Cobell this episode. It's hello, Miss Cobell, because of the computer.
I'm okay.
Where's Irv?
Right here.
Glad to have you, my boy. What's for dinner, you know? Okay. Well, that talk he had with Dylan is exactly what he needed, I guess. It's time to get to work. And not just this work with the numbers and stuff. Actual, meaningful rebellion, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. He's not missing a beat. All right, I guess it looks like they're gonna make sure them quotas get hit, if nothing else, you know? That started out, it started out pretty nice. It started out pretty nice. They continued right after like Mark S's, his very next thought, right after he said, she's alive. There you go. He's going right down the elevator. And then the rest of the group was the same way. You know, they were getting off the elevator. They were feeling the same thing they were feeling when the switch ended up getting flipped for the finale. So that was dope. It was a little crushing to see my man Irv going through it. Like he's sitting there calling out to Bert for help and everything. Like he literally had to go in the bathroom and cry it out for a bit. But he's here. I'm glad that he stuck around. I'm glad Dylan was able to get him to stick around and help the group. Like I said, man, Dylan might be my favorite character of the entire, and it's not even for the comic relief. I mean, it is for the comic relief, but like his growth. I don't know if other reactors are as into Dylan on a deeper level, but just the fact that he has so much motivation now, and he's very fiery, and like when he's talking to Milchick, he's not taking no shit from Milchick, bro. Like he knows that Milchick's gonna feed him some BS, and he's not going for it. So he keeps it very blunt and very upfront when it comes to him especially. But now just seeing like how he rides for his friends, like I really think if Irv walked out that door, he would have really been crushed. Like he would have not have been the same Dylan without Irv there. And yeah, I'm glad that they're all here. And Helly, as far as she goes, I was having my questions about her before the season finale last season, and I don't know, it's still the same. I get that you want your team to like trust you and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like maybe she's trying to find the right time to tell somebody, or maybe, I mean, specifically Mark, I would imagine, that like who she is on the outside and how much power and control over this situation that she has. Because it definitely seems like something that they would have loved to know, like when they were having their little meeting or whatever. So I don't know, man. It's not as much that I don't trust her as I don't trust the show, and I don't trust the show to tell us everything. Like every once in a while, I start to think that they bring the outside Helly into the office to like stir up some stuff, man, for some reason. Mark, as far as Mark goes, man, that guy is still freaking hilarious to me. Like the way he put that note into Mark W's jacket, didn't even try to change the handwriting or anything like that. He said there's a man down there named Milkshake that's holding you hostage. Like, I don't know, man. Like Mark's little ideas, his little plans that he gets is hilarious to me. It seems like this season is definitely going to have good comedy, just like the first season, which is dope. Even when the subject matter gets kind of heavy, it still never fails to make me laugh. And it seems very like fourth wall-y in a lot of ways, especially that video that they watched in the break room. Like, I don't know, just talking from the perspective of the building, which is sort of Lumen's voice. You could tell that they were definitely trying to create a narrative, but they weren't being consistent. It was like these four people kind of need to almost be reprimanded for what they did for rebelling against Lumen, but at the same time it was a good thing that they did it because now we have all these amazing new perks, and even though they're kind of barely a step above the old perks, which I was expecting from the trailer that I seen. What's up with the bobbing for pineapples, bro? Like, hopefully Lumen has a good like dental insurance and stuff, because why do you got people down there doing that? But besides that, they're talking about a new family visitation wing. Now that's an actual perk. That's something that people like Dylan would very much appreciate and would make them want to stay with the company longer, in my opinion. So maybe, I mean, look, at the same time, Milchick was kind of like, well, if you take it at face value, then yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I'm gonna let them cook, bro, because I already know they're lying to our faces a lot of the time. Sometimes they're not, but I'm gonna just sit back and experience. As far as Milchick goes, this feels like a whole different Milchick. Like, he has a new fire behind him too. Like, I don't know if it's the fact that he had to take the reins from his mentor. Like, he had a lot of respect for Miss Cobell in season 1, and I can tell prior to season 1 that she was a big part of how he got to where he is, and a lot of things he learned was from Miss C. So I don't know if it was that, like, it was, I'm sure it was a combination of that and the fact that, you know, these people have already tried to play you for a fool once, actually multiple times. But I don't know, like, the way he's approaching this job, it just seems very intense, very no nonsense. And we know Milchick to be, you know, at least when he was in his other position, he was having a lot of fun. He was doing dance parties. He was doing photography, which you end up finding out that he was taking pictures for the big exhibit or whatever for the gala and all that. But yeah, I'm curious to see, you know, how that plays out. He was definitely very intense when it came to dealing with Miss Huang, which is the child manager or whatever. Like slamming the door when she was trying to talk to him, and, you know, she popped in during his phone call. He hit her with the, you know, the aggressive finger, and I don't know, these character dynamics are definitely mixed up and I'm loving it. Miss Huang in general is a very interesting character. I can tell she's going to be a problem some point down the line, bro. Like, it's already, they're already giving me those vibes. So
She's alive! Yeah, okay.
Where? Here, will you take her for a second?
Okay.
Y'all gotta put that baby to bed. She has had a night. Almost got freaking kidnapped. At least I thought.
So this is you now?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's my name?
Persephone.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot your name. I remember Rickon. He is appalled. You really try to take down the company.
Fetid moppet.
Oof. I don't know what kind of insult that was supposed to be, but he meant that shit. Called her a muppet, would he?
I'll have someone from the floor liaise with the Audis.
I need to find out who they talk to. Promptly.
Milchick gave Dylan them lumps. Look, gave him them lumps. Man's needed a whole ice pack.
They said and who they said it to.
And shall I fire them?
Let Kier guide your hand.
There she goes.
We've commandeered the footage taken by guests. Natalie is already doing outreach to media, which is why we'd like to ask you back. An apology is warranted.
Get yours. Whatever you feel like you need, get it. Because I'm starting to think that she's going to end up being on our side.
And I need to interview Dylan G to see how he gained access to that.
We have something else in mind. Severance Advisory Council.
I never heard of such a thing.
Right. Like, what kind of council is this? Would she be the leader of it?
I should be running the severed floor.
Been promoted to floor manager.
Is this a way to like keep her in check because they don't want her to like blow up their situation? I just feel like this might be a power play to, you know, keep Cobell quiet.
You fear me.
We fear no one.
I don't even think she was talking about you as in the company. She was like, you fear me, Helena.
I made the poor decision to consume alcohol while on a non-lumen medication for an arm rash. Caused me to say some deeply regrettable things.
Wow, and then she made sure to say it was a non-lumen drug. I ain't gonna mess up that part of the business either.
Fine. They're showing Barbara of Seville on TV, so I've just been here.
Wonderful. We just need to know if anything of note occurred. You know your innie is a friend of mine. I feel confident he'd approve of me saying so.
He's deciding whether he's about to fire him or not.
Which is what makes this so difficult.
Oh, he about to yell.
You're firing me?
Your innies were wilding out, bro. We got to.
I must sincerely atone.
You were involved in a physical altercation with another employee this evening. It was brief but violent, and I regret to say that you were the aggressor.
Wait.
Please, but to terminate your employment effective immediately.
Distrust of Lumen has been
Dang,
sadly
bro.
endemic
I mean,
since
it's
its
like,
founding.
I mean, as a Lumen employee, you got to know that you could be fired at any point because you don't even know what's going on in there. But it's definitely funny to see how butthurt Milchick is about the altercation.
Vicious hate and derision.
You can't just do that. What happened? Did I break something? I can pay. I have cash upstairs.
Man, keep your money, bro. Lumen does not deserve your money.
I'm supposed to tell my wife.
This was a joke and a lie.
I'm sorry.
Helena, how you gaslighting yourself? I've never seen someone gaslight themselves before, man. That's kind of crazy. You got the chips swimming through the brain meat. Like a freaking Airheads commercial. Got you. Pulling back the veil. Hold on, bro. They kind of cooked with this one. And that's the down elevator. In the snow. That intro was 10 times better than the season 1 intro. That was nuts. I can't wait to watch that again.
I really did feel it was clear you were referencing the baby. Patton had just saved her.
Well, he found her, yeah. Mrs. Selvig left her in there, or Cobell, whatever the fuck.
Right. Perhaps Cobelvig would be a helpful nomenclature.
And assuming that she's a lie really was about the baby.
He was inspired by my book. He found great meaning in it, profundity.
Milchick is here?
You must be Devin.
Devin's giving you that look, boy. Look at that.
If I tell you, are you going to punish him for it?
We have no punishments at Lumen.
Uh-huh.
No punishments?
We're more concerned about how you're doing, Mr. Scout.
The break room is just a break room, I guess, huh?
She will never descend to that floor again, nor bedevil you out here any further.
Oh, I mean, we're very tired.
Yes, we are.
Said all there is to say.
There it is. Get to stepping so we can figure this out on our own with people we trust. Speaking of which, how do y'all feel about Rickon, man? Like, I've seen a couple people say that Rickon might be evil, but I think he's a little too wholesome. I'm not sure though. What y'all think?
It was also very brave. I'd hate to reward his courage with non-existence.
All right, gonna play the hero card for him. Yeah, come on, Mark. We're trying to make you a hero. We just want to reward you.
You think we're about to meet our spouses?
Maybe.
Maybe it's each other.
Car wash coupon.
Honey, you're cutting them wrong.
She's like, as if I'd be married to someone so poor. You know, Helena ain't messing with no broke boys now.
In case we don't come back.
Is she jealous of Helly? Does she? Is it because no one loves you, Helena? You were looking a little jealous, I ain't gonna lie.
The old man got all the money. Nothing in this world these days.
Bro, gotta find a new job, bro. That sucks. I hate looking for new jobs. That's why I stay at a job for a long time, because I hate finding new ones.
Okay, great. Yeah, you know, I think this is going to be a really great fit for me, Mr. Saliba.
How old were you when you knew you loved doors?
He kind of look like Dylan, don't he?
Glad finish your eggshell.
Semi-gloss.
Okay. Oh, he's about this door life. Why are y'all twins, bro?
You like kickball? We play on Fridays. There's a fun prize if you win.
You mean a door prize?
And then Lumen.
Yes.
And they make their doors in-house. It's hubris.
We don't work for them anymore, bro.
Employee, so.
Well, Mr. George, thanks for coming in.
What?
We'll consider your application thoroughly.
I thought y'all were bonding. I thought we were doing...
Because I'm severed?
Like I said, we'll consider your application thoroughly. You want to circumcise your brain, that's your business. But it doesn't mean I have to...
This guy said circumcise your brain, for one. And for two, he's just one Dylan, bro. Like, what? I mean, he does still have the chip in there. And there is, like, certain switches that can be hit that can turn him into the other one. But what's the likeliness of that happening? I really don't know the answer. Can't win for losing at this point.
Hey, do we need more baby wipies?
I don't think so.
You know what? I'll get some anyway.
So this man got a newborn too? And you done got fired?
You're quitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember I identified her, right?
Yes, Mark.
I saw her body.
Yeah, I know. She was my family too, Mark.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, he said he confirmed the body, so I think she really is dead. But something else is going on to where... I don't want to say clones. I don't want to say android. I'm not sure.
Students, how about this? Did your sheets smell like her for weeks afterwards? Body burned? I'd be sad for you, but I wouldn't be affected.
Wow.
This is obscene.
I just want to be sure.
I am sure.
Wow, why you always take it overboard, bro? Especially when people are trying to help you. Man, he be having to take Mark by the shirt and be like, accept my help, bro. That's the only way he ever listens. And we gotta stop giving our money to Pips, bro. It's all part of the same evil corporation. Who the hell is he calling at a payphone in the middle of the night? Talk about my innie got the message. What? What?
Mr. Milchuk?
Compliments of the company.
Unwrapped fruit basket.
We got
Thanks.
off on the wrong foot last night.
Acting like y'all ain't a multi-billion-dollar, corporation, but sure, I'll take your $5 fruit.
Endearment to you is such that a 20% bump is on the table should you return. To your innie's claims, and regular wellness checks from independent orgs would help you feel more excited to return. Concerns your late wife, Gemma.
Here we go. This is the bait.
What about her?
You felt like you were choking on her ghost. Do you still feel that way, Mr. Scout? The Mark I've come to know at Lumen is happy.
Ah, bruh, he's playing such a dirty card right there, man. He's like, you don't want to be here with the ghost of your wife, just sort of hovering, you're always thinking about her. Wow, that's nasty work.
He's found love.
Love?
Solace you have given him down there will make its way to you. It just takes time.
How you gonna say he found love and then as soon as he gets down there, she's not even there? Wow, Milchick will say anything to get it done. This man has no shame.
So who are you bringing into MDR?
I've got a floater from overseas. I had 48 hours to pull this together.
Yo, the music.
Some chemistry.
Just seeing Milchick's plan unfold.
We need Marquez back to work.
Go on ahead.
Long enough to complete Gold Harbor.
Now, I know that you want to do the right thing for severed people, which is why I need to see my team again.
Of course, I bear full responsibility.
The board's going to give him what he wants.
My man Mark has some actual leverage, bro. Okay, so since they need him for this Cold Harbor or whatever, he definitely has a different level of leverage.
George.
Dylan G.
This is unheard of.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wood.
3 days of work. I broke a fucking lease in Grand Rapids. Give me another reason to sue. Fuck you, Lumen!
Hey. Bye-bye, Mark W. You had to bring back the gang. I'm sorry. Best of luck in your legal actions. Yeah. I don't blame Dylan either because this man got a newborn. The job market was looking very scarce, especially for ex-Severance workers. So yeah, he had to come back.
Hey! Who are you?
I thought you were quitting.
You were in my house. I ate your shitty f***ing cookies.
Was a pineapple involved? You're so easy to sway.
It wasn't the pineapple, in his defense.
Hey, you're leaving. Do you know something?
Missy, you gotta give us something, Missy. Bro, what if she just ran his ass over, bro? That would be a crazy end to the episode. Oh, she almost did. She almost did. Oh my God. This lady has issues. Just gonna holler and hit the gas, huh? I guess I can't be too surprised. We have seen Miss Cobell throw temper tantrums in the past, so I guess that was just another one. She didn't have to almost run my man over though, but still curious to see if she's going to end up taking this council position. I mean, whatever it is, it just seems like something meant to keep her out of the way and keep her from, I guess, exposing things that she knows about the company. That would be my guess, at least. Obviously, her and Helena have a very weird relationship. A very contentious sort of relationship, I would say. It also seems like it was confirmed that Helena is the one that was in the last episode down in the office. She was kind of she was studying film almost like an athlete. She was studying film on, how she's supposed to act as Helly R. So it seems like Helena, if it was her, that she really did her homework, which, I mean, she has access to all the camera footage and everything. So, I mean, if you're going to do this and there was this huge mess up during the gala, I mean, you're going to have to do a lot of work to not only fix the public perception of the situation, but also, keep things on the severed floor, going how they're supposed to be going. So it seems like we haven't seen Helly R yet this season. I mean, this is the one time, because I have definitely suggested that they brought Helena in the office before, but this seems like the time it actually happened. I did find Helena's, her public address of the situation very interesting. It seemed like she was way more willing to throw herself under the bus than to throw Lumen under the bus. Like, she's sitting here like, oh, I was drinking, I was drunk, I was mixing alcohol and non-Lumen medications, specifically non-Lumen medications, and that was my fault, and I ended up saying some crazy stuff that I didn't mean. So it seems like she was definitely willing to take that embarrassment upon herself, even though it's not really her fault that, you know, that the innies did what they did. I mean, to an extent it's her fault, but directly not really. So yeah, I wonder if that's just her trying to impress her father, because we did get to see him for a little bit. He called her a Muppet and everything. It's always an interesting time when that ghostly man shows up. But I feel like that's the vibe we'd get from any of the Egans. And I mean, this entire time I've just been thinking that for some reason, this just seems like a way to find immortality for the Egans. Like, I feel like that has to be the end goal, or it has to be something to do with these CEOs, because why would we be doing all of this research, all this manipulation and all this shady stuff if it wasn't for some greater purpose? That, I mean, they can say that it's to benefit mankind, but is that how these CEOs of big corporations work? I don't think that's not necessarily true. I think that it would have to be something that directly benefits them, in my opinion. Is that a tape player? A cassette? It is interesting because all of the vehicles, like when they showed the Lumen parking lot, they all look like they're like from the 80s or 90s or something like that. So is this, I feel like it maybe alternates. I've heard theories about, you know, alternate timeline where this is the 80s, but it's a whole different, you know. What is he timing? Is he timing how fast he can get in there? Because he usually takes his watch off and puts it in the locker, right? 37.
We'll find the Goat Man and other possible goat people.
Yeah, maybe later.
Okay, this is kind of important, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm in a good groove here, but don't worry about it. I'll get to it.
They said on the video, we can go wherever we want. Lumen is listening, remember?
I thought that meant they were listening to our conversations.
Yeah, he's right, Mark. I did get the hint of a double meaning.
Be discreet. If they don't know we're doing it, how can they punish us?
We've got you.
Thank you, Hetty.
We've got you as in you're busted. It's Helena. Oh yeah, so many double meanings.
We get her to the south stairwell, I'll go with her. And once we're out the door, my Audi will know what to do. Are you sure you're okay helping me out with this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What's up with some sugar? Yeah, come on. Is she gonna do it? That's Helena. Mark can feel it. Don't nobody want to make out with you, Helena. Not even when they think you're someone else, bro. That's nuts. Like, Mark, like,
maybe the hallway is really down here. Maybe that's where my dreams have been. We could look for it, Dylan.
Or maybe you go yourself. Like for stealth, you know?
Stealth?
Everything chill?
Dylan G, come with me, please.
all right, so why is Dylan so into, you know, he's not really for the plan right now? It seems like he wants to make sure he gets his work done first. Is that have something to do with maybe Milchick telling him that there's this family visitation center or whatever. Maybe he's trying to, you know, stay in good graces so he can take advantage of that.
Looks like your balloons could use some coffee. I've got the board.
Of course you do. Yeah, of course. They always do a little static so you know that they're there.
The board is jubilant at your ascendance. It wants you to feel appreciated.
I do.
Natalie, do you just be making this stuff up? I don't know. Natalie always feels like she's, you know, freestyling this stuff. Like, what was that sentence she just said? Run that back.
The board is jubilant at your ascendance. The board austerely desires for you to feel connected to Lumen's history, inclusively recanonicalized paintings intended to help you see yourself in Kier.
I feel like if they put a chip in Natalie's head, there had to be like Webster's dictionary downloaded on that thing or something. Her vocabulary is crazy.
Oh my.
You'll find the whole Kier cycle. The board wishes to express that I, Natalie, received this same gift upon receipt of my current position.
It's meaningful to see myself reflected in...
The board has concluded the call.
They say, here, nigga, damn. Take your stuff. Be happy. Keep working.
Congratulations, Seth.
She seemed like, man, every time we talk to Natalie for any extended amount of time, she feels like, you ever seen the movie Get Out? Like her consciousness is stuck in there, but it's trying to escape. So she just gives you these weird smiles and looks. Wow, okay. So they gave him a gang of pictures that's reflecting himself within the lore of it all.
Wow.
This looks like where we send the goats to be slaughtered or something. I don't know if I trust this. Watch out for the piles of doo-doo.
No. Careful, there's poop.
Doesn't seem like she's trying to stop him or anything. Is this something that she maybe wants him to see? Or maybe she's just as surprised as he is. Yo, yeah. I knew it. Okay, I seen this in the trailer. That's cold. Watch out for this guy, because that's got to be what we call a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm telling you. He might end up being a problem. Look at him back there.
We're with macro data refinement.
She look like she down here fighting for her life.
Mammalians nurturable.
Please, we mean you no harm. Please.
Irving?
Felicia, hello.
It's good to see you.
She's our former wellness director.
Wellness. We don't abide such fripperies here.
Yeah, I was about to say, you look like you are not familiar with the term wellness.
Maybe you should take that page of paper and be on your way.
Not until you've answered my question.
Oh. Are we getting jumped right now? Like, what? One of y'all has seen Miss Casey, man. I refuse to believe you haven't.
They're not like forcing you to be here, are they?
Fuck.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go.
Why are we going to the security room? Wow.
You've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audi's wife.
18 minutes.
G.
Cool. It usually take me a little longer, but you know, let me stop, man. It ain't a conjugal visit now, man. We just trying to get to know each other. You guys don't really know each other.
Should we sit?
I got somewhere you can sit. Right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. It just escapes my freaking face sometimes.
Nice sack.
Sorry?
You're...
There was no better way you could have put that, Dylan.
They made me put my stuff in here. Yeah, Seth warned me that this might be weird.
Please refrain from sharing information that may be privileged or sensitive. Thank you.
Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So she's not gonna be able to say too much, but you got 18 minutes. Hopefully she can at least give him some insight into who he is, because I'm sure he would very much appreciate that.
My husband has had trouble keeping other jobs.
He dumb?
No.
He a dick?
No.
Kind of a fuck up?
That was her nice way of putting that.
Do you want to see a picture of the kids?
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Okay. So this actually benefits Lumen. I feel like this is gonna make Dylan work harder at not being a fuck up and keeping his job for the sake of these 3 kids. Maybe he might not be as willing to deviate or help the group out with the plan, maybe. I hope not.
For 6 years. And I only ever saw him scared of one thing. He spent 2 hours on his hair the first time he went to visit you.
Really?
All right, that's kind of cute.
Oh, Irving. It's lovely.
My numbers went down, but
I really
didn't
love
even
that
care.
style, the lines. Can we get to Miss Casey though?
We send a lot of shipments there. Used to go ourselves.
Shipment?
But now, they send a guy.
Okay. Why does everyone in this department look like they don't get to go outside?
Her name's Miss Casey. She was the wellness director.
Stop that!
Have any of you seen her?
That's how you send a courier to inform Mr. Milchick of your inquiry.
No, you can't do that. They could kill her if
That's
they find
not a Mammalian's problem.
It's in any problem. Listen.
This seems like some sort of village that they just got living down here. I don't know. They're talking about it almost like it's a religion, or there's definitely some sort of tribal vibe to what's going on down here.
If one of your goats went missing, wouldn't you go looking for it?
She used to come do her sessions in our husbandry tanks.
Husbandry tank?
You suspect otherwise, we won't hinder your search.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Like to see your bellies. See? Pouchless.
Pouchless?
Proves nothing.
All right, I forgot that Lumen, tells these departments crazy things about each other. Have we heard pouch before? I feel like someone has mentioned them thinking that other departments have pouches.
I mean, I hope for you this was... And I'll be good. I'm gonna make you all proud.
I'm always proud of you, Dylan.
Give him a hug. Yeah, give the man a hug. I both love this for Dylan and hate this, because now I just feel like he is not going to want to cross Lumen going forward. Such an insane situation, man. But I wonder what her emotions are dealing with that. Like, does she like this, I mean, obviously this Dylan is a lot different than her version of Dylan, and it is weird for her. But I wonder if there's any negative emotions, like, does she feel sorry for outside Dylan for having to resort to putting himself through this? Yeah, I wonder what she's thinking.
It's a tube, and you just need to slice them, and then you put them in the oven.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Weird good, but good.
Cool.
I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Bye.
Current issues facing the poor. Remarkable. It's so astute.
Natalie Kalin from Lumen.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yes, God, yes. My book, actually.
Oh.
So we're about to turn into a series sponsored by Lumen.
We think he's really tapped into something.
And Natalie wants to discuss a version of the UUR specifically for innies.
Well, that's cool. I mean, but what's wrong with the current version?
Nothing.
It gives them too much hope, you know? They don't like for them to have hope. It's dangerous for them.
Can I just say, your brother is one of the sweetest members of our severed team.
Yeah, he's a good egg. You and your work friends were so inspired by it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They want to do like an any specific cut.
Wow, okay.
So you need to see the after image for like 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. It's from the parking spot to the elevator.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. Who is alive?
Yeah. I think the whole Mind Collective would be very proud of this, as well as your kindergarten teacher.
This is one of those things where you burn an image into your vision. What? He taught you how to destroy your eyes in kindergarten? It's kind of crazy.
Fuck, I gotta skedaddle.
He's like, you gonna accept my offer or what? Come on. Hopefully Miss C comes with, you know, some terms of her own, though. That would be nice to see.
If you want me back, you must accommodate my needs.
Absolutely.
So close to completing Cold Harbor. I intend to finish the work that I started. Milchek must go. He's not equipped for the task. Must be floor manager.
This calm delivery that she's doing right now is making this so much better.
Everything I accomplished, I earned. Through dedication and industry. Not because I was born into it.
Miss C? Yeah, tell her ass.
I think you've overestimated your contributions.
Nah, she coming back to get what's hers.
You didn't have a choice. Are you sure?
Why don't we reset?
The way she just said, "Are you sure?" Missy said you didn't have a choice. Helena's like, "Are you sure?" That was loaded. Like, oh, we had a few options. I mean, we can silence you in different ways. I'm guessing that means we can either kill you, we can, you know, wipe your brain. Lumen got enough pull to wipe your entire existence. Let's keep it real. So, okay, it's getting a little catty. I ain't gonna lie. What, the board could just be on call 24/7 like this?
Let's go speak with them together.
Yo, these two are bringing the drama this season, and I love it. What's take a little half step up? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, dude stepping up like that did seem kind of threatening. Was that supposed to be a setup?
Jesus Christ.
Ragabi, where the hell did you...
trying to burn a message to your any?
No. What? No.
The switch briefly dilates the pupils. Clean slate.
Okay,
also,
thank you.
could blind yourself.
Thanks.
And how was the any gonna send you a message back? Unlock this f***ing door!
I mean, let's be real. Mark's ideas are not known to be brilliant, you know? He just kind of tries the first thing that comes to mind.
Did he tell her your wife is alive at Lumen?
Who told you that?
I mean, damn, you could have mentioned that too. It sounded like you already knew. Ragabi, get to talking, man. I thought you were gonna be a way bigger part of season 1, and now you just show up season 2, episode 3, and start shaking things up.
She was the last time I saw her.
Information in and out of Lumen. And that's reintegration. I'm better at it now.
This is going to be trash. She's beating the equipment to get it to function correctly. Oh, this is going to be bad.
I have brainwave frequencies of the innie and outie. Delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma.
Is it gonna hurt?
Ideally not. What does your mouth taste like?
Once again, she had to beat on the equipment to get it to work, so
good.
We're taking what we can get.
Who am I?
Saul Ragabi.
Where are we?
My basement.
Did you love her?
Yeah.
Name a dam.
Hoover.
What month is it?
You mean what quarter? Wait.
Said what you mean what quarter? Oh, any Mark. He remembers.
Your first memory.
To start out, who are you?
I remember that from the trailer, I think. Let's go. All right. We are officially reintegrated, I guess. Wow. Ooh. Ragabi. Okay, I mean, it's like we haven't seen Ragabi enough to really know. Is she, obviously she's a brilliant person, but like I was kind of like, is she shady? You know, maybe, obviously she knows a lot and she is a part of this movement that's supposed to take down Lumen, but I don't know, she had a lot of power in that situation just now, so I wasn't sure how to feel about it, but it seemed like she did what she was supposed to do. Very interesting process as far as, you know, trying to coordinate the memories from Outie Mark and kind of, you know, blend them with any Mark. And wow, like visually, I like the way that they represented that. But regardless the outcome, it was a way better plan than what Mark was trying to do and just burn it into his retinas. Like that was gonna be bad news regardless, bro. You was just gonna end up hurting yourself on the inside and the outside because you got no freaking vision left. But yo, that was fun. We got to see a little something from the inside and the outside, which is always a good thing. I do not like the types of manipulation I'm seeing as far as these, you know, perks and gifts or whatever from the board. I know that Milchick got, you know, some pictures that I don't know exactly what their intentions were there, but it was interesting to see. I don't know if that was supposed to be a prior version of Milchick or somebody in his bloodline, but obviously they kind of connected him with the story of the Egans in some way. As far as these Mamilius, whoever these people are in this goat sort of ecosystem, it just seemed like a very different situation than the other departments we've seen, like O&D and MDR seem like very normal functional people. Whatever their lifestyle is down there, they seemed very immersed And I mean, as soon as Helena, and Mark pulled up on them, they were automatically on defense mode. You got the guy in the goat suit kind of just sitting back, you know, stalking them almost. And then the lady came up already on defense mode. She had a weapon in her hand, and she thought that they were going to attack her and her group, I guess, which makes sense. You know, season 1, we heard about Lumen starting these rumors to kind of pit the departments against each other. But I'll be real, I don't know what's going on. It was interesting to see Mark and Helena. They didn't share their kiss in the hallway. So I'm starting to think, you know, Mark, he can either feel her energy is not the same, or maybe he actually knows something a little bit more substantial. But you can tell the vibes ain't the same as when Helly's down there. Okay. What? It kind of looked like that big establishing shot that they always use of Lumen, but now it's just a frozen lake.
Irving!
Careful.
I'm on the ice! I'm on the fucking ice!
Irving!
Helly! Out fucking side! Oh my god, I mean, I knew there was no actual ceiling.
Y'all are really outside? There's no way. This has to be an illusion.
Thrilled to welcome you to your first ever outdoor retreat and team building occurrence. Is in response to your desire to see the outside world. Thickets, brambles, and brooks that make up the Dieter-Egan National Forest. Kier dictated a 4th appendix in his final hours of life. A text of such sanctity that it is forbidden upon the severed floor. Happy fortunes, MDR.
Okay, it stopped seeming like a perk after a while. Said, yeah, we'll let you see outside, but it's gonna be freezing cold, and we're gonna send you on a scary mission. Thanks, Lumen. Mark?
It looks like Mark.
Is this part of his reintegration?
Milchick said there'd be help along the way.
I wouldn't trust a word out of that mountebank's mouth, not even televisually.
I'll never know what any of these insults that they use means, but yo, it always sounds disrespectful. And now that we've seen where the mammalians live, I don't trust just because it's outside that it's really outside. But it's like you gotta press forward. You don't even know where you're at. You have no option. You just woke up here.
Wait.
This almost feels like them going down a hallway at Lumen. Same vibe. The 4th appendage? I think they're both words, but one of them is right, I'm pretty sure.
Chapter 1. A twin brother who was called Dieter.
Kier had a twin in the brother's footsteps. Crept like this at this hour.
I don't know. I definitely feel like Kier would definitely try to pull off one last manipulation before he died, so whatever he's selling here, I'm not buying it yet, but we'll see.
The trill of the crickets, and the moaning of the wind, and the snowfall's yearly fall.
Yo, the recording of Kier's voice sounds nasty. Yeah, he definitely sounds like he was on his deathbed.
As he spilt his lineage upon the soil.
Spilt his lineage upon the soil. Is this like a sacrifice? Did he sacrifice himself, or we're talking about spilling your lineage?
No, there's a me one.
Yeah, and this is definitely the creepiest one, Dylan. Why does he? Nah, this looks CGI as hell. It looked like when you try to scan your face on NBA 2K and it doesn't. It never works right. That's exactly what he just looked like.
You okay?
Just wish I knew where we were going.
I don't trust her. I think she might be lying about what her outie saw. Clear, you do not have an objective perspective due to your feelings for her.
My feelings for her have nothing to do with anything, okay?
Is this a pig? What is this? They've never even seen most animals, I would imagine. Okay, he knows what a seal is.
Why does it look so messed up?
Maybe this is what dead things look like.
What was with the bird in the background just now?
We don't know if there's food waiting at the hollow. We don't even know where we are. Who said I had a bad experience? Oh my God. What did you tell him, dumbass?
Nothing. Yeah, what's happening? We're
Let's
falling
just
apart.
Get to the hollow.
Obviously, Irving is hangry right now, but at the same time, he's also tired of people being naive. But I don't know. I feel like he needs to play it cool when Helly's around, you know? Or Helena.
Kier's twin was always with him. That's why we provided the very same for each of you.
We're starving, Mr. Milchek.
Are you? I thought the waterfall's grandeur would satiate you.
This just seems like the Matrix, like a whole ass simulation going on.
For which we brought in copious luxury meats. Fire will be used for marshmallows and a recital later.
It's the first time I've seen her smile, I think.
For your comfort and safety, torches, which can provide both a heat and a light source.
Irving's ready, man. Irving is ready to take y'all out. I just know it.
In case you were hungry.
Trying to be funny. My man was really out there having a breakdown. You trying to make jokes.
It was fine. We were all a little.
What did you really see during the overtime contingency?
Irving.
He's trying to tell you he knows something, so.
Okay.
All right. So she knows she has to watch out for Irving.
And told each other rhyming jokes till our gullets ached.
But at last, I suppose, that we be woodland paupers forever. I was looking at him when his eye came out. It popped from the socket, driven by a sudden torrent of pus, which was suddenly moss that tore easily from his bleeding scalp, where I knew the waterfall would drown out my brother's cry.
Wow, not drown him out. Just straight up ignored the situation.
First encountered the temper woe. A gaunt bride, half the height of a natural woman.
Is she a witch or what? What is happening in this story? You linked up with a witch?
Now he's no one's brother. Only chaos's whore. The end. Every word is truth.
So the man's eye popped out and his hair turned to moss. And you expect us to not call Cat?
He melted, right? He turned into the forest because he masturbated. I mean, seriously, that's actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
When he said he spilt his lineage on the soil, it was one of two things. I was like, either he sacrificed himself, but in the back of my mind, I was like, yo, are they talking about... I just didn't want to bring it up first. I'm glad Helly did.
You know we often laugh at what we don't understand.
Milchik is dead ass.
The team I thought I knew would have processed more thoughtfully. The marshmallows, please.
Mr. Milchik, come on.
Now, Miss Wall.
So now nobody gets any marshmallows since y'all want to laugh.
Why?
Marshmallows are for team players, Dylan. They don't just hand them out. Good night.
Hey, as silly as it is, and you know, there's some funny stuff going on, the tension is high. Like, this is, oof, they're doing a good job at you know, making everything seem so serious right now.
Stop.
Goo-goo eyes?
Just tell us, Helly. The night gardener. Using your pupils to make love to her, while your outie's wife rots away somewhere.
Hey, shut up!
Oh, Irv! No!
It's 3 against 1 now.
Hey, let him cook, but yo, dude he's tired of the games for sure.
It's okay. We all know Irving's upset because he can't ever see Bert again. He's really lonely.
Oh, you the one calling somebody lonely, Helena?
Hey, Irv.
Fuck you all.
Oh, way. Yo, that got tense out of nowhere, man.
That was mean. To say that to Irving.
You kind of deserved it. I can make goo-goo eyes at anyone I want.
Yeah, but you're letting it make you stupid right now, Mark. You're not focused. Irv was kind of out of pocket with what he said about, I know he was trying to snap Mark back into reality, but you know, Irv made a crazy remark about Mark's wife, so I don't know. Okay. Like, is it me or does this just seem forced? Are they into it? I mean, if they're into it, then fuck it. We about to get the tent rocking. Yeah, they about to get the tent rocking, boy. Oh, stop. Dang, how Helena get the D before Helly got it? That's nuts. Nasty transition.
Miss Worm!
Like who I was on the outside. I was ashamed.
Who were you? I don't care who you are out there.
Yeah. You might just care a little bit.
You okay?
Here we go. Ragabi just did her thing. Oh shit, what? Huh? Nuh-uh, he's in a suit. It's starting to look like it's confirming what I said earlier, like this whole thing was a simulation. This place sucks. That's the witch. All the numbers are scary. They're all scary numbers. Egan, I'm seeing Egan's, yep. Oh. Oh shit, bro. What is up with this episode, man? Why are we picking up on the horror elements all of a sudden?
Ellie? Ellie? Mr. Milchek!
Mark! Mark!
What the fuck is going on?
Like, where'd you even come from? They just call your name and you just pop up from behind the trees? Where have you been this entire time? Irv was looking for you.
Irving.
What are you doing down here?
The split.
Helly was never cruel. Who would have the power to send their Audi to the severed floor?
Wow. He about to piece it together. She's cooked. Look at her.
I'm sorry. No, Irving.
Mr. Milchick!
No.
Yo, he about to use her as Oh, he's about to use her as a pawn right now. A bargaining chip, if you will.
What?
So yeah, I got your shit right here, Milchick.
Turn her back, Mr. Milchick!
What are you doing, man?
Turn her back! She's an Audi!
Yes, Irv, go ahead. Bring on the murder at this point, you know?
Oh, stop! No!
I don't think he really gonna do it, but
Stop this! She's a fucking mole! She's not Helly! She's an Egan!
God damn it, stop doing!
Yes! Do it, Seth!
Yo, Irv is big brain.
Remove the Glasgow block now.
I'm so sorry, Helly.
Irving B., stand! For this, there can be no penalty but immediate and permanent dismissal.
It's all okay. Just remember, hang in there.
You are no longer authorized to consort with any severed employee, nor they with you.
Why did he say hang in there? This episode is gangster. I haven't been this hype since the season 1 finale.
Walk into the forest.
Said remember to hang in there.
Your workspace will be cleared and any personal items discarded.
You saying it like I give a fuck, Milchick.
May Kier's mercy follow you into the eternal dark.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that, man? Oh my god. Yes. Yo. Why was that so incredibly gangster, man? All right, what can I say, man? That was an episode unlike any other episode. It didn't seem like we were on the inside or the outside. We were just here. We were just in this tundra that seemed endless and confusing and brutal. I don't know. They done changed up the entire vibe with this episode. There was so many, like, it was low-key creepy. Like, there was some horror elements going on. That was not a fake jump scare at all. That witch really hit me with a pretty nasty jump scare. Definitely a better jump scare than I would have expected coming from this show at all. So, yo, kudos to them. Speaking of that witch, what is up with that? This whole Kier, like, backstory, this forbidden, appendix. I'm probably still saying that word wrong, but yo, isn't that like an organ or something? I don't know, but yo, the fact that it just seems like this weird bit of like hidden lore that they've been, keeping from the innies, and all of a sudden they want to set up this, retreat. Did you call it a retreat or something like that? Like whatever he tried to, sell it as in the beginning of the episode, that wasn't what it ended up being at all. Yeah, that was good, man. The tension was definitely there from start to finish. The fact that his plan worked and he was able to, put together the clues and find out who Helena was and use that to his advantage was absolutely fire. But it's like, where do we go from there, man? That was a nasty cliffhanger. Something tells me we're going to be on the outside a lot in the next episode, but I'm not entirely sure. The fact that my man Milchick is on one right now, I think it has to do with those pictures that they showed him in the last episode. I guess those pictures were his likeness blended with Kier and is supposed to form some connection. I think it worked. Whatever they were trying to do with that, I think it worked, because this episode just seemed like he was, I don't know, bro. He was riding Kier a little hard, if you know what I mean. Like, you were taking everything in this book very seriously. The fact that you know that it's Helena down there and she was laughing at the story or whatever, I don't know if that was part of their plan or what. It seemed like, I don't know, Helena might be deviating from who she is. I'm starting to feel like she kind of wants to be a part of the group and maybe do some good or what. I don't know. It seemed like she was about to tell Mark, or she's getting closer to telling Mark who she is and what actually happened, but she didn't actually get there. But yeah, shout out to everybody. John Turturro did his thing. Tremel, is that his name? Who plays Milchick? I think that's the actor's name. But he did his thing. Miss Huang, she very much added to a lot of the creepy elements. I mean, her character, that's pretty much what her character is. Very, very creepy. Even when she smiled, I think we finally got to see her smile, and that was probably the creepiest shot of her, man. Another little subtle thing I wanted to bring up, though, at one point we were looking at Helly, and then a bird kind of flew behind her back, and I don't know, I think they kind of usually compare Kier to like a bird, he's usually flying around when we see Kier in like videos and stuff. I don't know if that was like supposed to be him kind of like watching over the situation. I don't know. That was something I found interesting. It stood out to me. I still can't believe that Milchick had a sucker attack to the point where he just destroyed an entire tray of marshmallows with Kier's face stamped on him, man. Like, this episode was so silly. As creepy as it was, and it was really creepy. It had a lot of, cool horror elements kind of sprinkled in, but at the same time, the fact that it can be a silly moment and a very serious moment all in one, and that's just the beauty of this show, man. So it's always a good time when they decide to step out of the box and do stuff like that. As far as these MDR twins, I'm not for it, man. I don't like the way they looked. I don't know, they looked very CGI, AI, and not even the good kind, man. It was like they wasn't even putting any effort in. But I don't know, like I'm still very curious to find out what this entire ecosystem like is, because I don't believe they're really outside the office, or outside the building, I should say. I don't know, man. Lumen got a lot. Lumen has entirely too much money, bro. Entirely too much money. Like, there's so many things, man. World hunger could probably be over if they really wanted it to be. But we're using it for this, man. We're using it to send people in the Matrix. Bro, I'm expecting Morpheus to pop out at some point, man. This show is absolutely ridiculous. Also, one of the hypest parts of the episode was when they had just got done, making love in the tent, which is still, I don't know, like last episode, it kind of seemed like Mark wasn't feeling it, and now they're bumping uglies in the tent. But hey, it's nothing new. It's things I've been saying since the beginning of the series. But yeah, one of the hypest moments was definitely when, all that was done and he's seen Miss Casey. He's seen Gemma, laying there for a second. So, that has to be when Ragabi was doing her thing, man. So the way everything is presented, man, is absolutely fire. Speaking of fire was used a lot in this episode. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, maybe shedding lights on, in the darkness. It was kind of maybe symbolizing Irv finally, doing what he needs to do to get the answers that he's been craving. And really pulling back the veil on what Lumen's trying to do. At least that's how I'm taking it right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel any differently, but I definitely feel like the use of fire was important in this one. You did see Bert for a hot second. That was cool. Bert, the more we see Bert, it's like he's one of those characters too, kind of like Miss Huang, is where they try to not look threatening, but it looks more threatening. I don't know, man. But it's just another effect of great acting, great directing, man. So I'm enjoying every bit of it. But yeah, all around good time, man. I don't even know what to really think of this episode because it was so different. It was so out of the box. And it's really just hard to tell what's what. So yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it. I'm very intrigued by this witch because it was in the book. And I don't know if him hearing that story manifested that into like his dreams or if that is a real thing. Like maybe there might be some truth to some of this stuff, even though the way the story was written by Kier, it just seemed so crazy, so outlandish. But obviously it could be embellishments, it can be just adding some fiction in with the truth. But I'll be real, I don't know where to begin to even put this together and find out what it actually means without seeing more, man. So we should be around, like I said, around the midpoint of the season. If it's going to be like this, where they're throwing little curveballs at us, whole different, you know, episodes with entirely different vibes, I'm here for it, man, because that was a crazy switch up. And then that ending was nuts. Definitely looking forward to seeing, you know, what we can find out from now. I mean, Helly's back, but now that Helly's back, are they going to keep Helly back, or did they get rid of Irv and now they're about to, you know, bring Helena back in? I don't know, man. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking, man. Make sure you slap a big like on the video, help out with some algorithm love. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. I got a Patreon down in the description. I got full length reactions, early access, and bonus content. We usually check out some you know, behind the scenes, you know, interviews and maybe like theory videos and stuff. I usually do that before every episode. That's over on Patreon. Even if you join as a free member, you can still have access to those. So check me out. It's been fun. Thank you for pulling up once again. I'm out of here, y'all. Be safe out in these streets. Until next time, peace, y'all.